My sister ruined my son's science fair project. Then she learned who actually owned her apartment. My son Ethan is 10 years old. For 6 months, he'd been working on a science fair project. Not because anyone forced him to, because he loved it. Every afternoon after school, he'd sit at the kitchen table building a solar-powered water filtration system from scratch. Watching him work reminded me of myself at that age. Curious, excited, proud. The week before the regional competition, his project was finally finished. It looked incredible. Even his teacher said it had a real chance of winning. That's when my sister Lauren came over. Lauren had always been jealous whenever attention wasn't on her. My parents spent years making excuses for it. If Lauren was rude, she was having a hard time. If Lauren ruined something, she was under stress. Everyone was expected to accommodate Lauren. The rest of us were expected to understand. That Saturday, Ethan proudly showed her the project. Lauren barely looked at it. "That's cute," she said. Ethan didn't notice the sarcasm. I did. Later that evening, I stepped outside to help a neighbor move a couch. When I came back 10 minutes later, Ethan was crying. The project was destroyed. Solar panels snapped in half. Wires ripped out. Water tanks crushed. For a second, I thought it was an accident. Then Ethan pointed. Lauren was standing there, smiling. My mother was sitting on the couch beside her. Neither looked surprised. "What happened?" I asked. Lauren shrugged. "Kids need to learn not everything goes their way." I just stared at her. My son had spent 6 months building that project. 6 months. My mother actually laughed. "It's only a school project." Ethan ran upstairs crying. That was the moment I stopped trying to keep the peace. I told both of them to leave. Immediately, Lauren rolled her eyes. Mom called me dramatic. Neither apologized. Not to me. Not to Ethan. The next day, Lauren sent a text. Maybe now he'll learn about disappointment. I looked at the message for a long time. Then I made a phone call. See, 5 years earlier, Lauren had needed somewhere to live after another financial disaster. I helped quietly. I purchased a small apartment through an investment company and rented it to her far below market value. She never knew I owned it. She thought some management company did. I never corrected her. A week after the science fair incident, her lease renewal arrived. The discount was gone. Completely. Market rate. Every penny. Lauren called screaming. Mom called crying. Dad called demanding answers. For the first time, I answered. Lauren shouted for 10 straight minutes. Finally, I interrupted. "Did you apologize to Ethan?" Silence. Then she started making excuses. I hung up. 3 days later, there was a knock at my door. Lauren. For the first time in her life, she looked nervous. Not angry. Nervous. She asked if she could talk to Ethan. I called him downstairs. Lauren apologized. A real apology. No excuses. No blaming stress. No blaming anyone else. When she finished, Ethan looked at her and asked one simple question. "Why did you do it?" Lauren opened her mouth. Nothing came out. Because she didn't have a good answer. Nobody ever does. That weekend, Ethan rebuilt the project. Parents from his school helped. Teachers donated materials. Even neighbors contributed. The project ended up better than the original. A month later, Ethan won first place. The trophy still sits in his room. And every time I see it, I remember something. The project wasn't what my sister destroyed. It was the illusion that she'd never have to face consequences. And that finally got